several years now, right, Annie?
Yeah,
Yes, and you are a realtor life insurance agent too.
that's correct.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. Tune in for a vibrant mix of fashion, finance, and life's essential foundations. Join us for expert interviews, insightful discussions, and empowering insights to elevate your lifestyle. From fashion trends to financial tips and personal growth strategies, we've got you covered. So grab your headphones and get ready to be inspired. Tune in now to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show and embark on this exciting journey with us.
Welcome, everyone. This is Marie Antoinette Waite, your host for the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. We are here on KCAA Radio Network, and I am excited today because we have three amazing guests for you. And I want to introduce you to my co-host first, Gianluca Gibbons. Welcome, Gianluca.
Thank
you
you.
for joining me again.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes. And we have two amazing guests for you, too. We have Annie Jean.
Hello.
Hi, Annie.
Hi, Marie. Thank you for having me today.
Yes, and David Young.
Hello, thank you for having me as well.
Yes. So Annie Jean is someone I have known for several years now, right, Annie?
Yeah.
Yes. And you are a realtor life insurance agent too.
That's correct.
Okay. And David is also a life insurance agent?
That's correct.
Okay. You're also a student. Tell us about that.
So I'm currently studying psychology at San Diego Miramar College.
Okay.
I'm also on the student government. I serve as a vice president.
Wow. What do you think about that, Gianluca?
Sounds like a well-versed young man, you know?
I try to be.
That's good. That's good.
Well, I want to give some information about Annie Jean. So Annie came to the United States in 1998 and has always placed family at the center of her life. Wow, I love that. She poured her heart and energy into raising her children, and watching them grow has been one of her proudest achievements. Beyond her dedication to family, Annie has also participated in several biotech startups, gaining valuable experience in management and operations while developing strong business insight. Along the way, she began investing in real estate, combining strategy and vision to create long-term growth. In 2023, Annie earned her real estate license, transforming her personal investment experience into professional service, helping clients achieve their homeowners' goals with confidence and care. In May 2025, she was introduced to Premier Financial Alliance and began exploring the world of financial and insurance planning. By July, she became a licensed insurance agent committed to helping families build lasting financial protection and long-term wealth strategies. Wow. So real estate and life insurance, Annie.
Yes. Both in the similar playground, dealing with money, helping people build their wealth and protect their legacy.
Okay. And so you are here in 1998, and how is that journey for you? Going through, you have a family that you're taking care of. How is that for you?
Oh yeah, I have 4 children.
Okay.
So for the most of part of my life, I was my second graduate from school. She's working. I have 1 in college, 1 in high school. Almost done.
Wow.
Wow.
4 kids.
That's-
how do you? I mean, I have 2 kids, and I know how it takes to raise, children, and 4 kids is a lot.
Yeah, I had a question. So, from being a homemaker with 4 kids, how do you think doing that has transitioned into the skills that you're now using to build essentially an insurance practice as well as a real estate practice?
I think first of all, I developed a attention to people's need and just have this mother nature want to help them and provide something to help them. And also because I have to deal with 4 little ones and more people in the house constantly.
Right.
I kind of build up that patience, resilience to stress. And dealing with people is sometimes can be very stressful.
Right.
And especially if you're handling money for other people, that's very stressful. But raising 4 kids, very close in age, helped me build that character.
Right.
So it's almost like a training.
Yeah, did I answer that question?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. So raising kids helped you create transferable skills to building your business as well.
Because you have to be organized as well. Otherwise, life will be chaotic,
Yeah.
very chaotic. Yeah. Time management also is very important skill too. I have to juggle teaching, disciplining, driving as an Uber driver, taxi for my children, right? Cleaning, and then, managing other stuff. It's just managing the house. That's a lot of work.
Well, real estate is so demanding.
Yes.
Why real estate when you have 4 kids that you have to take care of? It's hard to juggle those two.
Right. Because I was a full-time mom, I didn't have time to go out and work in the corporate or in other, smaller companies until much later. So I realized if I have, number one, have to help the family financially, a little bit, contribute something. Also, at the same time, life can bring unexpected changes. You have to be prepared for yourself, for your children, and money plays a huge role if you want to maintain certain lifestyle and life quality. And what's other than jobs that you work to get paid, work for money, I also want to explore the investment side of things so that money can work for me. But there's a process to get there. And real estate is one of the great paths to help reach my goal.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I like that. I like to hear that because I've also been in the real estate industry for many years, and I know that real estate has been good to me too. I'm wondering, why you added life insurance as part of your real estate.
The first time I heard about life insurance was actually I met this agent from one of your events, Marie.
Okay.
And he tried to sell me the policy. He took 2 hours on the Zoom explaining in details about how good the product is and how it can help my retirement. Because I started working late, so I did not have the time on my side. I was studying about this insurance company. Oh, I see. It can be another, revenue.
Always good to add something else, right?
I know. It kind of opened up my mind. I think with the system, it can help me achieve my goal.
Okay. Well, that's when you started working with David.
That's where we met.
I'm very interested in learning more about how you started working. And so don't go away. We'll be right back here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. So this is for growth-focused entrepreneurs. FireConnect is ideal for business owners who wants to have access to expert resources, who prioritize visibility and brand positioning.
I love how confident she is in what she does as a brand strategist. She helps other business owners build their business through collaboration and also building their brand.
Build lasting and in meaningful relationship.
I recommend this to anybody who wants to network or just meet new people in business.
Pay attention to what the challenge is, because if you know something of how you can help that person, then you want to have a meeting with them because there's an opportunity there.
I like the collaboration. It's not like most networking events typically, you just go in a room, people just go to who they know. And it's like, this is a little better, it gets you out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
So that's what's good about this. That's something I like to see more, like instead of just going to people that's what networking is, something you don't know.
It's nice to be introduced to a new format. This forces us to learn about each other's businesses and get out of our comfort zones and really participate.
We want to make sure that we value our time and we're very intentional and we have a purpose for coming here.
And that's the whole goal of this networking, is to really, get to know each other in a deeper level.
Because not just the surface, not just an acquaintance, not just a first time meeting, because this is partnership also. You're here, you're getting to know each other, you're creating. That's why you have to build lasting and meaningful relationships.
In Karate Legacy and the Power Within, we don't just teach karate techniques, we share the inspiring stories of incredible martial artists. Latino Gonzalez, the father of karate, paved the way for martial arts in the Philippines. His legacy lives on through his sons, Rolando and Roberto Gonzalez, who starred in over 100 Philippine karate movies. captivating audiences and bringing karate to the silver screen. Then we have Patricia Gonzalez, a symbol of strength and resilience. After overcoming her own battles, Patricia's journey embodies the spirit of perseverance. Her story encourages us to face our challenges head-on and emerge victorious. Each character in this book has a unique journey, friends and students who have dedicated their lives to mastering the art of karate. Their shared passion not only deepens their bond, but also strengthens their resolve to uplift one another. Through these compelling stories, Karate Legacy and the Power Within reveals the essence of karate: courage, unity, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Join us in celebrating these extraordinary individuals and discover the strength that lies within you. Grab your copy of Karate Legacy and the Power Within, available now on Amazon.
Welcome back to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, Marie Antoinette Wade, and we have Annie Jean, David Young, and Gianluca, who's my co-host today. So we were talking to Annie about real estate and life insurance, and now David Young started working with you. So tell us the story, how it all started with that.
We were both invited by a friend to her lunch party. And David and his mom walked in. I looked at his mom, and that face looked familiar. So I dig my memory. I realized I know her from years ago.
Right. Small world.
So we connected and realized, okay, David is also interested in the insurance, same insurance that I'm doing. That's how it gets.
I see. Okay. Well, I know David and Gianluca met at TEDx,
Yeah.
right? And what do you think about David, the first time you met him?
You know, his approach was so professional. At first, I didn't think he was a student. I thought he was maybe like, you know, an entrepreneur and just wanted to come get some inspiration. And you are, because you're building your insurance practice. But yeah, the way he presented himself, the questions he asked me, the way he spoke, I was very impressed. I said, man, this guy, we exchanged numbers. I said, I'm gonna just keep tabs, see where this guy's going, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your assessment was completely right. I am an entrepreneur who was seeking insight, but I am also a student.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
And
that's
so
wonderful.
how many years do you still have to
In
finish?
school?
Yeah.
So I took a couple of gap years after high school, did some work, and now I have been in school. This is my third semester in school.
Okay.
So I still have a bit over 2 years.
And you're already in the business,
Yes.
doing life insurance.
Yes.
I mean, did you start early before?
Like working?
Yeah, before.
I had my
working?
first job when I was 12.
Oh my God. Okay, so we were so behind you.
Yeah, my
started
family
late.
worked, you know?
There's a reason why I went up to him.
Wow.
But I will say this though, I think what you're doing is incredible. I think too many students wait till they graduate to start building something. You know, for me, I love music, so I started a band my freshman year, but that band was like my business, you know, because whatever I learned in class, I would apply to my band, whether it was business, whether it was marketing, whatever it was, you know. So for you to be like in the professional world while studying psychology, it's amazing because you're gonna tie things together from your classes to the business that other students aren't going to, you know. And I think like knowledge without activity has a lack of utility. So for you to do that at the same time, kudos to you, man.
Yeah, like I would say two of my favorite words that I love to say all the time is freedom and voice. And I think that like in the time that I spent out of school, in between high school and coming to college, I spent a lot of time with different jobs, trying out different fields. I was a personal trainer for a while.
Okay.
I worked as an event coordinator with this seat planning company. Like you said, all of those things that I learned, the things that I picked up, the skills that I developed through those jobs helped me be myself in my business.
Okay.
And even now that I'm in school and I'm studying psychology, right? Everything that I'm learning and the practice that I have with the skills that are being taught is building up my business in ways that I never could have imagined.
Okay. Well, I have a question. Why life insurance?
Well, like I said, freedom
And voice. That was driven
So
motivation. Okay.
life insurance gave me the freedom to be able to be myself in sales. in a way. Like the company that we're contracted with gave us a lot of freedom in that aspect. And also, if you want to be free in life, you need money and you need financial freedom. So that was a big reason why I wanted to go into life insurance and sales, and yeah.
Okay. And working with Annie, how is that going for both of you?
I would say is really admirable.
Oh, thank you, David.
I would ask though, because for you, just you went from kind of building a home to now building business, and you're kind of balancing building the insurance business with psychology, right? Which seems to be an interesting marriage, because most people think of finance as a code or space, more binary in numbers. Like from a psychology, from raising kids, how much does like personability and empathy play into the ability to helping people manage finances?
I think it helps when you can see people have a need, and you can help them see their need has an answer. There's a way to take care of those needs. That's first step. Also, a lot of patience in developing that relationship with people, because no one will meet you for the first time and willingly hand you their life on something not that big.
Right.
Trust is very crucial. And raising kids kind of give you that emotional understanding. They call it EQ, right? To read people, to put on the, how do you say it? Facial expression, body language, your voice, your tone, all those little parts help people to open up, to trust you. Because in conversations, they're going to tell you situations, challenges in their life. And you want to be there, be a good listener, caring, and maybe find a solution for them.
So you're more in tune with the emotional aspect, working with people. Am I right? If I'm hearing that correctly?
That's just part of the job.
Okay.
Yeah, you do have to have enough training in your professions to help people have a peace of mind. Oh, she's competent. She knows what she's doing. Otherwise, yeah, I like her, I like you, but I'll think twice.
Okay. And what do you think about that, David?
I think the emotional part is probably one of the biggest parts about sales, and especially with life insurance, because I've heard people break down life insurance as you're just selling a stack of paper, right? But that's not what we're selling, right? We're selling people on their livelihoods, right? We're selling people, like, we sell living, right? So we're selling people's ability to protect the parts of their lives that make their lives worth living, right? We want to protect people's quality of lives, and that takes a very human aspect of it. And that's why I think an approach that is just cold and calculated and is all about numbers isn't the most effective, especially in this field, which is like what you said about how like a lot of people view life insurance, right? Is that it is that kind of industry, it is that kind of product. But I think something that our team over here has been really trying to work towards and build towards is that it's more than that. We're here to help people. We're here to be people and let people live their best lives.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So it's almost like you're saying is it more of a logical sale and decision, or is it more of an emotional sale decision? Or do you think that varies between the client you're speaking with?
I think nowadays, what we have learned, we have a pool of information that we can educate people. Because a lot of the times, people, they are not familiar with what life insurance is all about. And we can help fill that gap.
Right.
Because life insurance used to be only when you die, your beneficiaries can reap the benefit.
Right.
You cannot enjoy anything you put in this account.
Right.
It should be called death insurance, not life insurance. But nowadays, we've come up with policies with living benefits where you can take advantage of live.
Okay. Well, we want more information about that, right?
Of course.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a commercial break, but I think I want to go deep dive on that one there. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Meet M. Teresa Lawrence, a beacon of hope and transformation whose life's works spans continents. Born in Cuba and celebrated for her philanthropic work, Teresa's journey reflects her dedication to empowering communities globally. Through her Leadership of Play coaching program in Jackson, Wyoming, and literary works like Gloriousness, she encourages a unique approach to leadership, embracing creativity, collaboration, and a childlike wonder for resilient, authentic living. Join her event, the Grand Butterfly Gathering, for a transformative experience where hundreds of people will gather virtually worldwide and on location at the town square in Jackson, Wyoming, dressed as butterflies. This event symbolizes a beautiful connection between nature's harmony and human unity, and is a great opportunity to raise funds and awareness for children's charities worldwide. Visit our website to register for the Grand Butterfly Gathering now, butterflymarch.com.
Unlock the power within you with Who Do You Think You Are? Delve into the art of personal branding and craft a legacy that leaves an indelible mark on the world. Learn from real-life experiences and actionable insights, empowering you to become a leader in your field. Get your copy now and embark on the journey to unleash your true potential. Now available on Amazon.
So this is for growth-focused entrepreneurs. Fire Connect is ideal for business owners who wants to have access to expert resources, who prioritize visibility and brand positioning.
I love how confident she is in what she does as a brand strategist. She helps other business owners build their business through collaboration and also building their brand.
Build lasting and in meaningful relationship.
I recommend this to anybody who wants to network or just meet new people in business.
Pay attention to what the challenge is, because if you know something of how you can help that person, then you want to have a meeting with it, because there's an opportunity there.
I like the collaboration. It's not like most networking events typically, you just go in a room, people just go to who they know. And it's like, this is a little better, it gets you out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
So that's what's good about this. That's something I like to see more, like instead of just going to people you know, that's what networking is, something you don't know.
It's nice to be introduced to a new format. This forces us to learn about each other's businesses and get out of our comfort zones and really participate.
We want to make sure that we value our time and we're very intentional and we have a purpose for coming here.
And that's the whole goal of this networking, is to really, get to know each other in a deeper level.
Because not just the surface, not just an acquaintance, not just first time meeting, because this is partnership also. I mean, you're here, you're getting to know each other, you're creating. That's why you have to build lasting and meaningful relationships.
In Karate Legacy and the Power Within, we don't just teach karate techniques, we share the inspiring stories of incredible martial artists. Latino Gonzalez, the father of karate, paved the way for martial arts in the Philippines. His legacy lives on through his sons, Rolando and Roberto Gonzalez, who starred in over 100 Philippine karate movies, captivating audiences and bringing karate to the silver screen. Then we have Patricia Gonzalez, a symbol of strength and resilience. After overcoming her own battles, Patricia's journey embodies the spirit of perseverance. Her story encourages us to face our challenges head-on and emerge victorious. Each character in this book has a unique journey, friends and students who have dedicated their lives to mastering the art of karate. Their shared passion not only deepens their bond, but also strengthens their resolve to uplift one another. Through these compelling stories, Karate Legacy and the Power Within reveals the essence of karate: courage, unity, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Join us in celebrating these extraordinary individuals and discover the strength that lies within you. Grab your copy of Karate Legacy and the Power Within, available now on Amazon.
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. We're going to go continue our conversation with Annie Jean and David Young and my co-host Gianluca. So I know that you were talking about the living trust?
Benefits.
Living benefits. Okay, can you tell us more about that?
So for the policy that we are contracted to sell, it has been nation's top seller for the last 16 quarters, and there's a reason for that. One of the biggest benefits we offer is the living benefits, which it covers terminal illness, chronic illness, critical injury, and Alzheimer's disease. For all these coverages, there is no additional cost as a writers to add into our policy. And we have about 16 triggers to qualify a life situation that the insured can get claims from the insurance company. So it's a very generous and well-designed policy.
Okay. Wow. And David, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, this is what makes our, like, those policies that we sell, we call it life insurance that you don't have to die to be able to use, right? Because when we need the money the most is when we get sick in life, when there's unexpected events that occur during life, and sometimes having that money not kick in until after we're gone is too little and too late. And I know that I've met people that would certainly say that they would have rather had the money when they were alive or when their loved one was still alive so that they could afford the care and get them better care when they still had the opportunity to do so.
Okay, so as an example, what will be a good example to share to everyone? Maybe someone with an elderly care is needed. How does that work?
So I do have an example. It was told by one of our other agents that we are pretty familiar with. And she told us a story about her friend who had recently passed from vaping she had like a lung disease that was brought on by vaping. She was offered life insurance before she got sick and they turned it down. And when she passed, she left behind a really huge financial burden on her family that maybe in hindsight could have been prevented. So,
As I remember that story, I think she's only in her 20s, right?
yes, she was.
So young.
Yeah, she was only in her 20s when she passed away.
So you asked a question about older individuals, but your story is about younger individuals. Is it more important for young people to get insurance over older people? Is there a benefit of getting it sooner? Because most people's like, I'm young, I don't need life insurance. I'll deal with that when I'm older. Like what stories or what has your experience kind of told you about that perspective?
Young people absolutely have an advantage in comparison to older people when it comes to purchasing life insurance because it is ultimately a product that bases its pricing on risk. So when you're younger, there's less risk, right? So it's cheaper to buy it, right? The investment properties of it, you can get a lot more out of it with the money that you do put in. And there's also retirement benefits that build up if you get it young. And you end up saving an unbelievable amount of money getting it at 20 years old versus getting it at 30 years old.
So it's almost like another retirement? Is that what you're saying?
So there's many features that play into life insurance nowadays, especially with like cash value life insurances and like we particularly sell indexed universal life insurances, which allow for cash value accumulation based on like an index fund, like the S&P 500, while also giving you the protection from losing the money that you do gain.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's different when you invest on stocks.
It's very different.
And when you do the living benefits, you have protection and you also get the same benefits when you're investing on
Yes.
mutual funds or stocks.
Yes, and we're all about protection. So even with your investments, right, the company credits you based on the stock performance. Your money doesn't directly go into the market. So you can't lose any of the money that you gain. We have this thing called downside protection, in which the market has a downturn, right? Let's say it drops 20% in a year, which it has in the past. You don't lose any of the money in your account.
So there's a protection.
Yes. Any money
if it goes down lower than what?
Any money that you gain is locked into your account.
So would you say it's more of a conservative approach?
It is I would say it's a perfect middle ground. Right?
Okay.
So with like you've sold variable life insurances before, and I would say those are like the highest risk and highest reward kinds of policies because it can go up really high and then it can also come back down and crash you.
Right.
Right. And then there's also like whole life policies that really don't have any risk because you sign a contract and you have your interest rate for until you die, right?
Right.
So I would say IULs are in that perfect sweet spot where you can get a lot of the returns that you can get with like an investment straight into the market, while also having that assurance that your money is not going to leave you. You're not going to lose any money, that you can get a whole life policy.
Okay.
So we would offer protection and growth combined in one.
So is that better than putting it in the mutual fund? Sounds like, right?
Well, I would say it sounds like it's very customizable.
It is very
So I think
Okay.
better or worse is really dependent on like a individual situation.
Exactly.
But it sounds like you're able to customize these based on someone's better or worse,
Yes.
scenario.
Absolutely.
Because the same policy, we call it Index Universal Life, which is the bestseller. Other than the living benefits we just explained, you have the growth potential with the ceiling and the floor for protection. That's what David just mentioned.
Okay.
Same policy can be turned into a retirement income, a guaranteed retirement income, which is very exclusive just for our home. Not many insurance products out there has that feature. Also, it offers different other protections like mortgage protection. You can use it for a children's education fund. Have you heard of $1 Million Baby?
Oh, really?
Yes. People
Okay.
buy policy for their newborn. And because babies are very cheap, the premiums are so low. So time become their friends. And when the child grows to, let's say, college age, you can borrow some money from your policy for tuition. And maybe later on there's enough funding there, you can use that as a down payment and then let it continue to grow for retirement, becomes retirement income.
Okay, so if I have, instead of doing a college fund program, it's best to do the life insurance because, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out in terms of taxes and the tax advantage, what is the difference between the two?
The growth in your account is tax deferred. It can be tax free. Depends how you take money out of your policy.
Okay,
We encourage people to take out a loan against your policy, not withdraw, because withdrawal will cause a tax event,
okay.
but take out a loan against your policy is tax free.
And then you just have to pay it back. Is that what it is when you say loan?
It depends. Sometimes that's why there are so many situations we can play and design this policy. Sometimes you don't have to return. And the loan debt will just be deducted from your debt benefit.
Okay, I see.
So all the debt benefit, whether you use it or not, in the end, the balance or the whole of it will be tax-free for your beneficiaries.
That's really interesting.
Well, I learned something today.
Yeah.
Well, so Gianluca, I mean, you're familiar with life insurance?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you think of so far what we've heard from them?
Sure. No, I think what I love about your approach is that you give information about it, but you're not saying left or right. You're not saying good or bad. You're not saying best or worst, right? And I think that builds trust because you understand the value of what you have, but you also understand that value is different based on the client's need. So I think I really enjoyed seeing that because there are a lot of agents in the industry who don't have that holistic approach. It's just like, this is the best, do this. And it's sometimes that approach can make people lose trust in insurance, And I think is what you said at the beginning, you didn't purchase it because you didn't know and trust the person. But once, I think,
That's right.
I think this show is going to show a lot of the listeners that you guys are definitely trustworthy. You know your stuff and you're more concerned about understanding their situation
Yes.
and aligning what they need with what you can provide versus trying to just give them a solution that you think they need. And I think that's a breath of fresh air.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that we're learning that from you today, and I'm sure all the listeners are gaining all this information too. Now, do you guys do workshops or educate people in a different format?
We do a lot of trainings.
Okay.
We have this membership fee. It's only $125 permanent membership.
It's a one-time fee.
One-time fee, where you get access to all the trainings, teachings about policies, taxes, retirement planning, estate planning, children's education fund, all kinds of topics related, all included in this membership.
$125.
That's it.
One time.
One time.
Well, That's not a bad deal. Well, I hope everyone is taking notes. I mean, we're going to find out how they can get into that program and also how they can reach you. So, but don't go away because we're going to be back here in the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. So this is for growth-focused entrepreneurs. Fire Up Connect is ideal for business owners who wants to have access to expert resources, who prioritize visibility and brand positioning.
I love how confident she is in what she does as a brand strategist. She helps other business owners build their business through collaboration and also building their brand.
Build lasting and meaningful relationship.
I recommend this to anybody who wants to network or just meet new people in business.
Pay attention to what the challenge is, because if you know something of how you can help that person, then you want to have a meeting with it because there's an opportunity there.
I like the collaboration. It's not like most networking events typically, you just go in a room, people just go to who they know. And it's like, this is a little better, it gets you out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
So that's what's good about this. That's something I like to see more, like instead of just going to people that's what networking is, something you don't know.
It's nice to be introduced to a new format. This forces us to learn about each other's businesses and get out of our comfort zones and really participate.
We want to make sure that we value our time and we're very intentional and we have a purpose for coming here.
And that's the whole goal of this networking, is to really, get to know each other in a deeper level. Because not just the surface, not just an acquaintance, not just a first time meeting, because this is partnership also. I mean, you're here, you're getting to know each other, you're creating. That's why you have to build lasting and meaningful relationships.
Meet M. Teresa Lawrence, a beacon of hope and transformation whose life's works spans continents. Born in Cuba and celebrated for her philanthropic work, Teresa's journey reflects her dedication to empowering communities globally. Through her Leadership of Play coaching program in Jackson, Wyoming, and literary works like Gloriousness, she encourages a unique approach to leadership, embracing creativity, collaboration, and a childlike wonder for resilient, authentic living. Join her event, the Grand Butterfly Gathering, for a transformative experience where hundreds of people will gather virtually worldwide and on location at the town square in Jackson, Wyoming, dressed as butterflies. This event symbolizes a beautiful connection between nature's harmony and human unity, and is a great opportunity to raise funds and awareness for children's charities worldwide. Visit our website to register for the Grand Butterfly Gathering now, butterflymarch.com.
Unlock the power within you with Who Do You Think You Are? Delve into the art of personal branding and craft a legacy that leaves an indelible mark on the world. Learn from real-life experiences and actionable insights, empowering you to become a leader in your field. Get your copy now and embark on the journey to unleash your true potential. Now available on Amazon.
In Karate Legacy and the Power Within, we don't just teach karate techniques, we share the inspiring stories of incredible martial artists. Latino Gonzalez, the father of karate, paved the way for martial arts in the Philippines. His legacy lives on through his sons, Rolando and Roberto Gonzalez, who starred in over 100 Philippine karate movies, captivating audiences and bringing karate to the silver screen. Then we have Patricia Gonzalez, a symbol of strength and resilience. After overcoming her own battles, Patricia's journey embodies the spirit of perseverance. Her story encourages us to face our challenges head-on and emerge victorious. Each character in this book has a unique journey, friends and students who have dedicated their lives to mastering the art of karate. Their shared passion not only deepens their bond, but also strengthens their resolve to uplift one another. Through these compelling stories, Karate Legacy and the Power Within reveals the essence of karate: courage, unity, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Join us in celebrating these extraordinary individuals and discover the strength that lies within you. Grab your copy of Karate Legacy and the Power Within.
Looking to attract your target market without soliciting or doing the cold calling? Call Marie Waite and book your consultation. Branding gives you the power to create a unique and classy perception of your business for your target audience. A marketing plan without the right branding will always cost more, take longer, and tend to deliver subpar results compared to a well-branded business. Marie Waite is a branding strategist who formulates effective marketing and media programs to promote your business in building your name, brand, and legacy. Marie has over 10 years of experience and a proven record of creating strong brand content for business owners, entrepreneurs, and companies using her creative ideas, recommendations, and innovative programs. Book now at mariewaite.com or call her at 951-378-5316. 951-378-5316.
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. And I'm your host, Marie Antoinette Waite, joined by Gianluca Gibbons, Annie Jean, and David Young. Now, I am really happy to hear that there's a membership of $125 and one-time deal. I mean, that is crazy, but you get everything, and you learn everything about a life insurance. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
Annuity, insurance, planning, yes.
Okay, so Gianluca, I think that's a pretty cool deal. I mean, what do you think about that membership?
No, I think it's great. And I think educating yourself before you make a decision is so important, because I always feel like educated clients are the best ones.
That's right.
You know, they're loyal, they pay their premiums, they don't cancel their policies, and they help you help them succeed.
Exactly.
And I think you want to help people succeed. And I think being educated is such an important part of this business, you know. And can I ask a question about her background? Yeah,
go for it.
I know we've kind of ventured into real estate. We've talked about life insurance, but Annie, you were part of a biotech startup as well, to raising 4 kids. When did that happen? And you know, and how
yeah, that's an interesting background. Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
So my ex-husband, he is a scientist. He's a chemist working for a pharmaceutical company. During the economic downturn, unfortunately, he was one of many that was let go. Mm-hmm. And he's very smart, intelligent, and very full of energy, very creative. So he has a very brilliant mind. He decided, instead of looking for another job, which is very difficult in those days, he decided to start his own business. He has lots of creative ideas because of his background and training. So he started on something little. Getting the idea for him wasn't bad and wasn't difficult. It's the funding. So we had a lot of difficult days. You know, he went out there talking to different investors, angel investors, and overseas investors, trying to get little money while we live on our savings. You just see those savings, twinkling, twinkling, and then we had to take out the heel and just to cover our bases. Fortunately, he found a Chinese investor that are willing to start a business with us. So that is the first success, a small business startup. We formed this building catalog company, selling building blocks for biotech companies, research institutes, and all that. And it's still going today.
Wow, okay.
But he did not stop there. But that company got acquired by the investors, so he moved on to his next adventure. And he started building another one, which became a very successful, and sold that one. So I was sort of involved on the side in all of this, just watching how he talked to many people, other scientists, business partners, investors, and patent lawyers. And there are so many things that you have to know and then tackle yourself, because there's no one there to teach you. And the stress, the repeated rejections, the sleepless nights, and the frowns on the faces, you name it. It's very stressful. And I try to maintain the life for my children at the same time.
Wow. Well, that was an amazing background. So now that you've shared everything about your background, real estate, and life insurance, I mean, how do you get people involved? And you have this membership. How do they, get that information from you?
Okay. The best way is to reach us by phone call. We're only a phone call away.
Okay.
My number is 858-224-3278. And I'm just a phone call away.
Can you go ahead and repeat it again, please?
It's 858-224-3278.
Okay. What about you, David? How do we get a hold of you?
You can find me on Instagram. It's at DVDS Finance.
Okay. Now, I want to take this opportunity where you guys can talk to our audience and tell them what you think they need to know more about what you do. Go ahead. You start, Annie.
I always put a smile on me when I help someone. When I bought the ticket for David for the TEDx event, I feel very happy just to help, another young man, to give him a little nudge on the path that I know I can make a change in his life. When I, cook a meal for my neighbor, my friend that had a major sickness, and just to know that she has another meal that's covered, that's another smile on my face. I just like to help people feel better, meet their needs as little as I can do. Hey, if I can do that, I've done what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. And what about you, David? What do you want to say to our audience?
My biggest thing is that I'm going to be myself, no matter what field I'm in. And my voice is probably the most important thing to me, and not letting anything, money, people, organizations, silence my ability to be an individual, I have to say.
Awesome. And Gianluca, what do you think of Annie and David?
I think it's been such a fruitful conversation. You both come from very colorful, diverse backgrounds, both career-wise and in your personal life. And I think the fact that you've showed up so authentically today only reflects how authentic you show up in your businesses. So I'm excited for what you are doing, what you're going to do, and I'm thankful that there are those out there who can work with you and learn with good people like yourselves, because it's needed in today's economy, So
Thank you,
I just want
Gianluca.
to celebrate and thank you all for dedicating your careers to that, and just like you said, your voices to that as well.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
I'll use what my CEO said to me. He said, if you want to help people, first you need to change your own life. And that's where I start. I change my life so I can help other people to reach their next height.
That's beautiful.
Wow, that's beautiful. Well, I am so impressed. I mean, with you, Andy, even the first day I have met you, and you made me more impressed, learning more about what you do and how you handle the business and how you help people. And I'm really grateful of you being here and helping people understand more about life insurance. And David, as a young entrepreneur, I mean, that is incredible. It's such a great thing for people to hear from someone like you, as young as you, that you're getting into the business and very solid in terms of who you are and how you wanted to exist in this world. So, and Gianluca, I mean, your input to this show, I mean, it feels really, really empowering, because, not only that we were able to get information from them, you were able to also give your feedback and give great insight of who they are and how we look at it as individuals. Because our audiences, they're also creating their own perception. They're being creative, right?
Right.
And understanding your information, using it for their own life. That's why we call this a fabulous lifestyle radio. Because our aim is to make our lifestyle fabulous.
Yeah.
And with your information and being here, being present in the show is a gift to all the people that are listening.
That's right. I'm very grateful
Yes.
to you. Have been an inspiration. There are days and moments I want to give up because it becomes hard, but I would think of you, that you always be there, consistent, persistent, and that's an inspiration, encouragement to me.
Thank you so much. Well, everyone is inspiring each other here. Even our videographer, Jonathan, we made a quick change of our show, and all of a sudden he was able to adapt and pivot. That's what we were looking into our life, is be ready for all kinds of changes, right?
Yes.
Like you were, from our conversation earlier, you were talking about being ready and being creative about the challenges that you face in life. And life insurance is is something that you need to have in order to protect you with all the decisions that you have to make in life, because change can happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think being more, what do you call that? Proactive and, being ahead of life in terms of doing the right things. And I think that's a must in what we do, right?
Right.
That's right.
Being ready for whatever curveballs life can throw at you is one of our mottos. So,
Okay. Well,
encouraged.
thank you so much for being here. Both of you, Annie and David and Gianluca, thank you so much for joining me here. And to all of you out there, I am so thankful for you for tuning in here in the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio. And make sure that you always check us out every Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m. here on KCA Radio Network. And we are available on Roku TV and Amazon Fire TV under Building Solid Foundation. So we will see you next week. Bye now.
Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Radio Broadcasting Network. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Building Solid Foundation.